Bath Rugby produced a stunning second-half comeback to defeat Sale Sharks 31-26 in a thrilling round 12 encounter at the Corpac Stadium, underlining their growing reputation as genuine title contenders. In a match that swung dramatically between two well-matched sides, it was Bath's composure, bench strength, and tactical adjustments that ultimately proved decisive, overturning a 12-point halftime deficit to secure maximum league points. A tale of two halves. The contest unfolded as a classic example of momentum shifts in elite rugby. Bath began the match with confidence and structure, dictating early phases and earning reward through hooker Dan Frost, who powered over for the opening try after 18 minutes. At that stage, Johan van Graan's side looked composed and purposeful, executing their game plan with clarity. However, the tide soon turned as Sale Sharks responded with authority. The hosts found their rhythm midway through the first half, unleashing a devastating 10-minute spell that flipped the game on its head. Tom O'Flaherty ignited the surge with a well-taken try, before Rob Dupreez added another with clinical precision. England international Luke Cowan-Dickie then capped off the blitz, crashing over to give Sale a commanding 19-7 lead heading into the break. During this period, Sale showcased the hallmarks of their traditional identity: physical dominance at the set piece, aggressive ball carrying, and clinical finishing. Bath, by contrast, appeared rattled. Discipline issues crept in, including a yellow card, and they struggled to contain Sale's momentum. Bath's resurgence. Despite their struggles late in the first half, Bath emerged from the interval with renewed intensity and belief. Remarkably, even while temporarily reduced to 14 men, they seized control of the game within minutes. Louis Hennessy struck first, finishing off a sharp attacking sequence that exposed Sale's defensive disconnect. Almost immediately after, Ethan Staden crossed the whitewash, leveling the scores and stunning the home crowd. In the space of 5 minutes, Bath had erased the deficit and reset the contest entirely. Sale attempted to halt the momentum, and winger Tom Roebuck briefly restored their lead with a powerful finish. Yet, unlike in previous matches this season, Bath refused to fade. Instead, they leaned heavily on the impact of their replacements, an area that has become a defining strength of their campaign. The bomb squad effect. Bath's bench once again proved pivotal. The introduction of Bino Obano, Thomas du Toit, Capu Tuipulotu, Alfie Barbary, and Ewan Richards transformed the physical battle. Where Sale had previously dominated collisions and set pieces, Bath began to assert control. The shift was not merely physical but also tactical. Bath adjusted their attacking approach, targeting space around the fringes of the ruck and playing flatter to the gain line. This forced Sale's defensive line to retreat and created opportunities for quick ball movement. Statistically, the turnaround was emphatic. Bath controlled 72% of territory in the second half, a significant jump from their 49% share in the first. They also outscored Sale 24-7 during this period, underlining their dominance. Replacements Bernard van der Linde and Alfie Barbary were central to this resurgence, both crossing for crucial tries. Capu Tuipulotu added further influence with a key assist, while the front row reinforcements tightened the scrum and disrupted Sale's platform. Sale's missed opportunity. For Sale Sharks, the defeat will be particularly painful given the control they exerted in the first half. With a 19-7 lead and momentum firmly in their favor, they appeared well positioned to close out the match. However, their inability to maintain composure under pressure proved costly. As Bath raised the tempo, Sale's decision-making began to falter. Instead of sticking to their structured, forward-dominated approach, they became increasingly frantic, forcing plays and abandoning patience. This lack of composure was epitomized in the dying moments of the game. With one final opportunity to snatch victory, Sale worked their way to within a meter of the try line. Rather than trusting the forwards to finish the job, George Ford attempted to take control of the play, only to knock the ball on and extinguish their hopes. It was a moment that summed up their season: flashes of brilliance undermined by critical errors at decisive moments. Tactical reflections. The match highlighted contrasting trajectories for the two sides. Bath demonstrated adaptability, resilience, and depth, qualities essential for championship success. Their ability to absorb pressure, make effective halftime adjustments, and rely on impactful substitutes sets them apart as one of the league's most complete teams. Sale, on the other hand, showed improvement compared to earlier performances this season but continued to struggle with consistency. Their first-half display offered a blueprint for success: dominate the set piece, win collisions, and capitalize on scoring opportunities. Yet their second-half collapse exposed lingering vulnerabilities, particularly in game management and mental resilience. Implications for the table: the result carries significant ramifications for both team seasons. Bath's victory narrows the gap at the top of the table, bringing them within a single point of Northampton Saints. It also strengthens their position ahead of key rivals such as Exeter Chiefs, Leicester Tigers, and Bristol Bears in the race for a top-4 finish and a potential home semi-final. For Sale, the loss is likely to mark the end of their playoff ambitions. Despite earning 2 bonus points, they remain stranded in 7th place, with a substantial gap separating them from the top 6. The defeat also keeps teams like Gloucester and Harlequins firmly in contention for European qualification, further complicating Sale's path forward. Standout performers: the match featured several notable individual performances, particularly among players with international aspirations. For Bath, Alfie Barbary continued his impressive form, combining physicality with intelligent play to influence key moments. Bino Obano and Thomas du Toit anchored the scrum and provided a solid foundation for the team's second-half dominance. Capu Tuipulotu also stood out with his dynamic contribution off the bench. Louis Hennessy's performance will have caught the attention of Welsh selectors, while Joe Kokonasiga, despite an early yellow card, demonstrated his explosive power and versatility, even drifting into midfield channels to create opportunities. Sale's Bevan Rodd delivered a commendable performance in defeat, holding his own in the front row battle and contributing around the field. Conclusion: ultimately, this encounter was a testament to Bath's evolution into a serious title contender. Their ability to recover from adversity, adapt their tactics, and unleash a powerful bench underscores the depth and quality within their squad. For Sale Sharks, the match serves as a harsh reminder of the fine margins at the top level. While their first-half display showed promise, their inability to sustain that level over 80 minutes proved decisive. As the season enters its phase, Bath will take immense confidence from this comeback victory, while Sale must regroup and address the issues that continue to undermine their campaign.